welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're looking at NVIDIA, and we all know NVIDIA, it's actually a very solid company. And I'm gonna talk about a few things on the NVIDIA and see where the price is gonna land in hopefully next few weeks. Whether this is gonna go on a discounted price or this is gonna go up. If it does go on a discounted price, what would be a good price to get, and where is the potential here? Now, before I get into the technical analysis, if you guys are new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel, as I will be making videos of different stocks and you don't want to miss out, right? So let's get into it, right? Very first thing I want to focus on is basically let you guys know that what's the institutional banks are holding on, how much percentage of the stock is owned by the institutional banks. So these are the big banks like, Morgan Stanley, Chase, Northern Trust, Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, big companies, right? They own 64% of the stock, okay? Now, when you have institutional banks hold majority of the stock, you already know the stock is very, very solid, all right? And crashing, it's never going to go to zero. It's always going to steady. And you're going to see a lot of price pumping because they own majority of the stock, and they always pump the price for the retail investors to jump in, and then they would drop the price, and they could, basically they short stocks like that. Anyway, market cap for this company is $580 billion company, all right? They do $61 million shares every day. That's a lot of shares being traded every day. I'm on a live chart right now. You can see that. Look at the number fluctuating, right? This is insane. Great company. Now, I did draw up the support and resistance. Okay, where we are right now. If we were to go down, what would become resistance? What would become support? So let's talk about that. Right now, the stock today doing great. 234 is the current price for the day. Each candle represents a day. The current support, it's actually $208. That's your support. Now, support is like a floor. Okay, what happens is when you hit the floor, there's a lot of limit order kicks in. People buy it, goes up. There's a ceiling. People hit that, and a limit order gets kicked in again for the profits, goes back down again. This is your support. Support is at $208. Resistance is $268. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, stock goes down from $208, it goes down to $200, right? Where would it fall after that? The next support is 178. Okay. Now, if it goes to 178, you have a resistance at $208. Okay. So 178 is the next support. If it falls further from there, the next support is 133. Now, because this company is very, very solid, and look at the highest it went, $346. If this happens to go down to even 178, let's say, you have the potential to make all that money when it comes back all the way down to $335, which it will. Okay, I'll show you why it will. Okay, let's talk about the moving averages, right? Moving averages are nothing but last few candles. Okay, so last 20 candles, we can see the prices going down. We can visually see it, $346 going down. Last 50 candles, which is last 50 days, it went up and now it's steadily going down. But look at the last 200 days. Last 200 days, oh my God, look at this thing. It's rising all the way up, okay? If it does cross this $268 line again, the next stop is 346, or at least not even 3. If it's 346 is just a peak, what we could do is we could draw a line here, and we could this is your next resistance, okay? Let's say if somebody was to get this right now, okay, and it crosses this resistance, potentially it could go up to 334 at that point. All right. So you have that margin. So if it goes down, it would hit. If it goes down from 208 to like 204 to 200, the next stop is 178. Even if it falls further to 170, 167, the next stop is 133. But if it goes above this resistance line, which is 268, the next stop is 334. Now that's the moving averages indicating the 200 period. The 200 period is what long buyers use, right? If somebody's in there for long, let's say they bought this as a portfolio stock, retirement stock, they don't look at the 50 period, 20 periods. They look at 200 plus periods, okay? So let's look at the RSI for this. RSI is the relative strength index, the market pressure. Anything the relative strength index is above 70, which means there's a major, like people bought this insane. Like they bought it off the charts, okay? And you can see that pricing going to 346, and you see everything went above 70. Right now, anything below 30, the price drops. See, if it was below 30 on 24th, the price dropped to $208. Now, right now, it's sitting at 44. And when it sits at 44, there's a potential that the stock price will fall again, maybe to 208 range if it crosses that support. But right now it's having a good day. Today's having a good day. We will see what happens with the RSI. If the RSI started going up, let me also ask the MACD, moving average conversion to diversion. Okay, this is also a very great indicator. What it does is the short and long length of the moving averages. The brown line, which is a MACD for me, when the brown line crosses the signal line downwards and indicates the price is going to go down. If it goes up, it indicates the price is going to go up. And RSI and MACD, they have to be both in the same direction to be true. Okay. In this case, you see RSI is going up, but the MACD is going down. Now, you will wait and see if this MACD stays right here, the price will fall. Okay. If the MACD started going up and the RSI started going up, the price is going to rise. And if it rises to 268 and it crossed that barrier, the next stop you already know that is 334 is the next stop. Okay, so MACD and RSI works together. And if it crosses up and the RSI is going up, you already know the stock is going to go up. And if you're doing options, that's a great way to also indicate, like, I'm not a financial advisor, by the way, just want to put it out there. Usually I do a 5-minute chart and 1-minute chart, and I look at the RSIs and I look at the RSIs and MACD. And if you notice in the 1-minute chart, you see how MACD is coming down, RSI is coming down. Look at the price. It was negative. Now look at this. It turns green now, right? Let's watch this for a minute. It's turning green now. RSI is flat. Now whether this is a 1-minute chart, okay? And this is why the 1-minute chart is very dangerous, because it's if you look at the same thing, right? Same position. We look at 5 minutes, it will be a whole new story. Look at this. 5 minutes is a whole new story. In 5 minutes, the red bar was really indicating that it's above 70 and the price is rising. And look at that. MACD's up. RSI is up, price is up. Even though this was a red candle and there was a dip right here, if you could notice that from here, but that dip isn't significant enough for the price to drop, okay? So if you're doing options, stick to 5 minutes or 30 minutes, look at the 30 minutes. Again, whole new story, right? Look at the MACD, look at the RSI. 1 minute was a different story. Look at the 1-minute chart right here. So this is why I'm looking at a daily chart, all right? With the daily chart, what it tells you that, you will have to see where the support is and what the resistance is, and then look at the moving averages. To me, looks like the stock is going to fluctuate between 208 and 263 for now, for a few days. And if it does drop for any catalyst that comes out, you already know the next stop is we just discussed. The next stop is at 178. If it drops from there, if something goes wrong with the, with the Ukraine and all that stuff, it could come down to 135. But anyway, it's a great stock. I think if it goes on a discounted price, which currently is, it is on a discounted price right now as well. And if you have the opportunity, I would definitely get it as a long-term stock. Long-term buy is not a hot play unless you're doing options. If you're doing options, use a 5-minute chart. 1-minute chart is very, very tricky, because by the time you try to buy the option, you lose that bid price, right? The ask goes up, ask goes down. There's a lot going on in 1 minute. So usually stick to 5 minutes. You have a better opportunity to make some money. Anyway, that's my video for today. Please do subscribe to the channel if you like this video, and I'll be making more videos on different stocks. Thank you.